Hey there, vendors, it's a great day to be a transmission rebuilder. We just got a big box from PPG Gear Australia. We did not publicly post this a whole bunch because we wanted to surprise you guys, but we went PPG to have these gears made in Australia because they make some of the highest quality gear sets for rally racing, drag racing, road racing in the entire world. We shopped around a long time trying to find a place that would even agree to make these gears, and there are companies out there that, you know, may not have such a reputation as PPG, so we really just wanted to shortcut any kind of issues that we might occur testing things out and went straight to PPG, really the top of the top gear manufacturers in the world. So the reason for needing new gears sometimes. This is a second gear from a 5-speed 3000 GT VR4 Dodge Stealth RT turbo transmission. This is the finest example that we have personally seen we've been able to get a hold of, and so this is what we use for them to do the R&D on this gear. You can see here, these teeth here are just about perfect. You can tell they've been touched a couple times, but you're gonna find if yours is worn out that these are chipped, these are blunted, and what that's gonna do is cause your shifts to be either really slow, really hard to shift, or it's gonna pop completely out of gear once these teeth lose enough of their grip. These have a back taper to them, so when your slider, this is actually what's operated by your shift fork. When this slides over here, and note there is a synchronizer in between, this actually locks into there, and as long as there is power transmission in the forward torque direction, this cannot come apart. That's why if you're driving a stick and you're on the gas, you really can't pull out of gear unless you just use excessive force. But if you lift off the gas, it'll pop right out. That's because of this back taper on here. So once this gets worn to a point, it won't even hold the gear anymore. And so to do a quality rebuild, you either need a ton of old stock somewhere, old transmissions that you're parting out every day, which I'd say 75% of our 5-speeds have bad second gears, maybe more, or you need new gears made. And so that's what we did. So here we have a stack of second gear for the 5-speed, and we also have reverse gears for the 6-speed because those get torn up as well. And so if anybody is needing that part, let us know. That's actually the second batch of those. Dave Manila did some R&D to get some of those made a couple years ago, but we ordered another batch while we were getting these second gears made. That we sent all these parts in so they can do the R&D and reverse engineer and make that gear. So you're going to get this little box, fabulously packaged, individually bubble wrapped. See here, second gear. And there it is. Look at this. You can see here, this is a fabulous reproduction and even higher quality than the OEM one. They've done a few things here that you can tell right off the bat. They've made these pieces here rounded versus the squared off edge here, which is kind of hard on your synchro tooth when that gets in there. As you shift, see if I can get this out of here. As you shift, your synchro ring, and that's an OEM gear, so why is that so tight? There we go. This actually is your middle friction ring on first and second on both the 5-speed and the 6-speed. This is actually what applies torque to that gear to help speed the input shaft up and down, depending on if you're upshifting or downshifting. So that actually fits in there. And so by rounding those edges out a little bit, you can see that that is going to put a little bit less stress on these little teeth, which these teeth occasionally get beat up. You can also see that this is a complete one-piece gear here on the right, the PPG gear, whereas the factory part was a laser welded synchro dog ring attached to the original gear. Not that these really fail, but you know, you can't really have less failure points than a single piece. On the back side, we can see here, very similar, except this is a much high quality part, which is fully machined here. You can also see here that the original one was some type of casting that was probably forged afterward, heat treated and all that type of thing. So, really high quality. Not going to have any issues with these. Your helix angle is exactly the same. Your engagement teeth profile are going to work exactly the same, except that this one is marginally stronger and things like that. And this is not going to be beat up like your originals. We are going to upgrade our 5-speed performance transmission rebuilds to include brand new second gears. And they already have brand new hubs and sliders, but we're going to continue to do that. Both of these parts contribute to your shift feel. Too many shops, individuals, any kind of people may not have these parts, and so they will only replace your synchronizer ring during a rebuild and you still have the same beat up parts, it's just not going to shift. That's why you'll hear of units where, oh hey, I replaced the synchronizers and it still grinds. It's because you got hard parts damage. Okay, so in order to continue to do race quality transmissions that you can really drag race, road race, autocross, get down as fast as you want to go, not have it. It's just a challenge, isn't it?
Back at it.
So in order to be able to shift these transmissions aggressively like they were meant to from the factory, not have grinds, not have notchiness, have great shift feel, just clicking right in the gear, you could need a new second gear. We have a bunch of units here that need these already, so a lot of these gears are spoken for. We had some people get in on the pre-sale, but if you need some second gears, we are still going to have a couple more for sale, and we are building another batch. But if you need some right now, I would get on it because it's going to take about 5 or 6 months to get another batch of these made. We are just really excited. This is just the first of one of many parts we're going to have made for this transmission. We've been promising you guys we're going to keep these cars on the road. Promising you guys that you're going to be able to drive them like they were supposed to. You're not going to have to shift like a granny. You're not going to have to put up with grinds. This is part of that. And so we've invested a lot of our own time, effort, and finances into getting these made. And we just hope that they're going to go into units and get driven like they were supposed to and get revenge on their rides. Revenge Performance is the place to get the parts and the advice to help right the wrongs on your vehicle. We partner with the industry leaders in parts distribution and warehousing to get you the best possible prices, the widest selection of parts, and the fastest shipping. With our real-time inventory on our website, if we say we have it in stock, it's ready to ship. From us or from our many national distribution partners. With hundreds of thousands of parts available, I guarantee we can get revenge on your ride.